Oh, we got to see the Teddy Roosevelt show. Let's go say hi to the president real quick.
Hello, hello. It's good to see you again, my friend.
Hey, you too.
How are you?
Excellent. Thanks.
Were
for
you
your
in
show.
that show?
I was in the show.
Fantastic. It's good to see you
But
here.
you were the show.
Well, you know what? I was just getting started. There's so many stories to tell. So every day in the theater is different. Before we take that little journey around the States and tell stories of my lifetime from various different times. So today was just a little sample of what we might do in the future too. Hope to see your viewers here someday soon in Medora, North Dakota.
Well, we're really excited about Medora. We were just talking about, you know, that your history of this place, President Roosevelt, is all over this place. So excited to see more of you.
Well, there's two of me in town. It's Congress's worst nightmare.
So one of the things that you cannot miss when you come out here to this part of North Dakota is all the fingerprints that President Theodore Roosevelt has on this area. From the park to the lands around it to the town here of Medora. And one of the first things that you can come into when you come to Medora is the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. And right away, right when you come in, you'll notice a cabin that Theodore Roosevelt lived in right in the entrance to the park.
It's really cool to see everything set up just how they used to live, and it has everything just like it was.
Oh, time to get a little mocha here from Hidden Springs, Java. Woo! So in 2025, they are building the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library.
Yeah, you know, yesterday we had the opportunity to learn about some of their plans for construction and what they plan to include in the library, and we are definitely excited to be back in 2025 to see the opening of that. I think as a teacher and as a mom, I am really excited about what they have to offer for kids in the library. There will be a lot of interactive things for kids to do, and just so much learning of the history of this great place and of Theodore Roosevelt. So lots to look forward to for that.
Another thing that I loved when I went and I learned about the library from one of the park rangers as far as what the construction is going to involve. The construction of this, they didn't want to take away from the landscape of the park. So they literally built the library basically into the hillside. You can literally climb on top of the library and get views of the buttes around and the Badlands. And a lot of times people forget that, you know, the Badlands extend up from South Dakota up into North Dakota.
Yeah, there'll be trails that lead to the library that go around it and to it, and it's one thing that I thought was really cool is they didn't want it to stand out from the landscape. They wanted it to blend in. It's going to really look like it's always been there, and it's going to fit in really nicely.
I don't know anything about this. The Woolly Boys Wagon. Oh my goodness, it's about the movie. So this is a comedy about good friend, but I've never seen this movie. But this has got Peter Fonda in it, Chris Christopherson. Wow, there's a lot of good actors in this. And so Medora was the site. This is the original wagon used during the filming of Woolly Boys in and around Medora. How cool is that?
Oh, this is the post office. I wonder if Sarah knows that.
See, I don't even know. This tree stump is what remains from the 150-plus-year-old tree that sat in the street in front of the Medora post office. Okay, we were just talking about this earlier. Many pictures from the 1800s include this tree in them. So this tree was an important part of Medora's history.
You guys want to stand in front of there and I'll take your picture together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
My gosh. See, we were talking about the people who are so nice here in Medora. Look at this. Say hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
Perfect. What was your name again?
Sue.
Sue, okay.
Thank you.
And Sue, do you own the Rough Rider gift? You just work there?
Yeah, this is a foundation store. Now, the Cowboy Hall of Fame is a must.
We're
We're
doing
going.
that at 11.
So we've got kitchen stuff, and we've got what we call a He-Man cave, and then
He-Man.
dog and pet stuff, and jewelry stuff,
Oh my goodness.
and clothes. Oh, yes,
So they have a
you've seen
He-Man
nice
cave
stuff.
here?
Yeah.
I gotta check out the He-Man cave. You get what I'm saying as far as the people being so nice here. And she was part of the foundation. Works here in Medora, lives here in Medora. And Medora, the population might be small, but their heart is big. Morning. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh yeah. Can we pet them on the snout? Is that okay? Aren't they beautiful? Good boy. Well, if you're looking for a place to go while you're in Medora, try out the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. This is definitely something that you can do right off the street. You can come in here, let's check out this museum. Check out this clown rodeo there. Ooh.
You can see these are the champions from some of the competitions. It has the rodeo champions, their photos and their information, and then it has their saddle that they won on. This person won in 1949 and 1953, and he died in 1955, so he's only 30 years old.
One nice thing that they have going on at this museum is just the respect on the Native American heritage here in North Dakota and around the area. And so part of this museum, you're going to go and you're going to go ahead and check out some of the artifacts that they have that just kind of shows Native American culture and history. Not too far away, you can experience Chimney Park. Learning about Medora's history gives a broader understanding of what makes Medora what it is, which started when a young French nobleman by the name of the Marquis De Mores came to the area in 1883 to start a new meatpacking business. He claimed 6 square miles along the Little Missouri River and founded a new town and named it Medora, after his wife Medora von Hoffman. The Marquis' entrepreneur spirit used the wealth of Medora van Hoffman's family to fund his meatpacking empire, with the main idea to slaughter, dress, and load beef directly on refrigerated rail cars and shipped to markets out east. The theory being that it would bring higher quality meat compared to the Chicago stockyards, which instead transported livestock live, which were thought to lose weight during transit, an idea that never truly caught on and 3 years later led to the collapse of his meatpacking business. Of course, you can still catch glimpses of the Marquis de Mores today. You can catch some of the old stone walls heading to Chimney Park. You can even see the old chimney itself. And you can walk around, you can see the old slaughtering house where they used to slaughter the cattle. Walking around the old remains of the slaughterhouse, you can still see some of the old train tracks where they used to load the beef on refrigerated cars to head out east. Of course, the best place to experience the history behind the Marquis is through his old residence that's still standing, the Chateau de Morez. You can actually walk through it and experience it firsthand. He always referred to it as his hunting cabin, but Medora always referred to it as their western residence. The history runs deep in the North Dakota Badlands. And even though the Marquis' time was relatively short-lived, about 3 years, their mark on Medora can still be seen.